Hello my precious ones, how are you guys and girls doing? I hope very good. Today I want to talk to you about amount of food that you eat. If you notice my channel, overall I'm leaning towards less and less foods and higher nutrition. Higher nutrients, minerals number one, and then vitamins, which is number two. I believe that I used to eat way too much food, and I'm noticing more and more the reason why I used to do that. I'm going to share with you these points. They might not apply to you. Maybe some of them will apply, some of them won't, but I want you to become aware of these. Maybe you can take them into consideration and improve your eating habits. So I think the number one reason that used to make me eat a lot is stress. I used to be not having enough time and being stressed constantly. So I used to eat nervously, and my body, the energy leaves our body with stress because we're constantly thinking, thought, the brain burns a lot of calories, energy. So the more your brain burns and thinks, the more food you need. The more you're in the now and just, not thinking too much, the less food you eat. Also, the people around you, I always talk about that, very important. When you have stressful people around you, they will make you eat more, unfortunately. So try to keep that in mind so that you can choose your friendships better. People around you, do not be afraid of being alone, because it's a phase that you have to go through to create a new environment. So if you have stressful friends, just try to talk to them first, and if it doesn't change, try to spend some time alone and then choose new friends or a new environment. I know some of us have jobs and they are very stressful. Try to be in the now, calm down, and meditate in the morning before you go to work, and be grateful for the things that you have. That will teach you how to create less stress in your daily life. The second type of stress, number one is stress, but it's split into two. The second type of stress, I feel, it's body stress. What I mean by that is working out too much or doing types of exercise that you don't really enjoy. That's very stressful. Also, bulking your body. I have nothing against bodybuilding or having a six-pack. I think it's beautiful, but it is some sort of stress. Because the muscle naturally is not supposed to be bulged. It's supposed to be, in a relaxation state. But the more you lift and the more you exercise to, bulk your body, that's stressed state of muscle. So, the more I noticed when I used to lift a lot, my muscles started coming out, and those muscles needed a lot of food because it wasn't my natural state of my body. I know that some people have a natural state like that without lifting. They have bulged muscle. It's because they have thinner skin. That's okay because that's how you are. But if you're not born like that, the more you bulk your body, remember, it's stress, and it's not going to help you to achieve the goal of eating less and detaching from food. Some of us don't have that goal. I understand that. I have that goal. I want to detach myself from food and eat less and less because the less digestion we have, the less taxation we have on the body, and the more relaxation and more healing happens. Okay, so stress is number one: body stress, muscle stress, and mental stress. Minerals are so important for our health. And the number one mineral I believe is important is potassium. Why? Because I realized the more potassium I ingest, the more calm and relaxed I am, and the less nutrition I need for some reason. Potassium is bananas are a bad source of potassium because they have sugar. We're on the ketogenic diet. The banana is not natural, it's man-made. As you know, it's a huge piece of fruit. You don't want to get your potassium from there. You want to get your potassium from hearts of palm. If you eat them raw, they're wonderful. I think soy sauce has it. I'm not big on soy because I think it's GMO, most of it, 90% of it. But if you can find organic one and just use very little, it's very high in potassium. Other sources are avocado is high in potassium. I think leafy greens are high in potassium. I do not recommend supplementing with standalone potassium. Potassium must be accompanied by other things. Otherwise, you can overdose on it, unfortunately. The body will never have an overdose if you eat foods. Because once you get to reach a certain point of hearts of palm, eating them, your body's going to be like, I don't want any more. But if you supplement, you're not going to know because you're putting a pill or a liquid. Your body's not going to know, and you might have a problem. Potassium is not bad for your kidneys. I hear a lot of bad things about, bad advertising about potassium. That only applies when you're doing supplementation. When you're doing natural, wholesome foods, do not be afraid. It's wonderful. Choose your mineral water high in potassium. I look at all the labels of water that I buy all the time, and I find the highest potassium one, and I drink that one. It's unfortunate our mineral water is depleted but from lots of minerals, so try to choose high mineral water. Very important. Clean your environment. Toxicity is very taxing for the body. And if you clean your environment, remove the chemicals, clean with like vinegar, with baking soda, use natural cleansers, use clay pots and glass utensils and wood. Glass, wood, and clay is so important for us to not ingest toxicity with aluminum and stuff. The more you clean your environment, the less food you're gonna need, because your body won't be fighting toxicity. Very important. Also, don't use paper, bleached paper. We use white paper everywhere, even toilet paper. Be aware, and also sanitary napkins for women. Be aware of that. Try to choose stuff that's not bleached. That's toxicity that comes into our body. Another thing, increase your fats. So important. Good fats will satiate you, will make you eat less. It might not happen the first month, second month. It took me months of high fat, lots of fat, before my body got satiated and I started getting the signal of satiation. So keep that in mind. You need to increase your good fats. Good fats are so wonderful. And I have to bring this up. One of my viewers pointed out that I always talk about vegetarian fats, including eggs, but I never talk about animal fat. Animal fat is wonderful. In fact, in France, when I go there, I always have duck fat, and lard, cook with lard and things like that. Goose fat, they sell it in containers, glass containers, you can cook with it. Ghee, all that stuff, it's wonderful if you get your hand on that. But if you are eating bacon, not big on bacon because, it's not it's a farmed animal. Choose wild fats if you are going to eat animal fat. It has to be wild because fat can accumulate toxicity. When the animal is farmed, very highly toxic and also very stressed, and all the stress goes into the fat cells. So remember that. If it's wild, get the fat. If it's not wild, if it's farmed, do not do that. Go for vegetarian fats, okay? And another thing I cannot emphasize, I used to watch a lot of TV series and news and stuff. That was bringing so much stress into my brain, and also the images, the constant advertisement of food made me eat a lot. When 8 years ago, I stopped watching TV. I only watch comedies sometimes, and it's not TV. I have, Netflix and things like that. That's the only TV I watch. It has to be comedy, and I have to laugh. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it. So these are the things that have helped me reduce my food intake. I do eat sometimes a lot when I work out, or when I do extraordinary efforts, or when I have a project that I'm working on and I'm use a lot of my brain. But usually I can do with 1 meal or 2 meals. It's amazing. I never thought I'm going to become like this because I've always been a big eater. I'll eat 3, 4, 5 meals, no problem. I don't know where it goes. I'm little, but I used to be overweight too. So that's pretty much it. I hope this video has helped you. I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like if you like it. Bye bye.